My name is Shawn. I've been an affiliate marketer since 1997. I got into it on both the affiliate and the affiliate manager sides. Back then, I first worked for a company called MedSite, who were trying to emulate what Amazon was doing, but they were doing it with medical books. And so I sort of had to teach myself how to be an affiliate manager because there weren't really any blogs or podcasts or any kind of guides at all at the time. And then so I spent about 10 years as an affiliate manager. I've been an affiliate straight through since '97, and in 2003 I co-founded the Affiliate Summit Conference and Trade Show with my partner Missy Ward. Really with that, the conference is a labor of love. When we started out, we never intended it to be our main source of income. Really, it was just meant to be a side project. And over the years, I had to drop other things I was doing. I stopped, I guess, in 2008 or so, or 2007, I stopped being an affiliate manager. I just didn't have time anymore between the multiple affiliate summits each year and our magazine feed front that we put out 4 times a year, and just all the promotion, all the organizing. There wasn't time for it anymore. But I just each conference, it's so fun to see people come together. A lot of people refer to the event as sort of a business family reunion. It's just a neat experience to be there with people who truly like to work with each other, and I love being a person who's able to sort of bring that together. And so Missy, I met her, I guess, almost 15, 16 years ago at this point, and we met at a conference called Affiliate Force, and the two of us were volunteering to help build that one. We just wanted to see an event for the industry, and there were things we didn't like about it, so we gave some recommendations to the person who was running it, and he didn't really take kindly to our recommendations, and he sort of brushed us off. And so back in 2003, I gave her a call sort of out of the blue, and I said, what do you think of us trying to run a conference? So we had a chat about it, and shortly after that we registered affiliatesummit.com and we got started. We had our first event in November of 2003 and had dozens and dozens of them since then around the world. And so it was really just, it was born out of frustration. We were trying to help somebody else with their event and they didn't want the help. So we figured that we'd do it ourselves. We didn't have any experience with running events, and so on paper it didn't make sense. We didn't have any money to invest. It was really something where we just did our best. We created an event that was really focused on, to us, like we felt like we were bored at other people's conferences, so we figured, let's make a conference that we'd enjoy attending, and that's where it all started. So years ago we got concerned that maybe we had tunnel vision with how we were organizing the event with location, speakers, and that sort of thing. So we decided to democratize the whole thing. So we have a vote for, after people submit all of their proposals for speaking, we have a public vote and a vote of our advisory board, which is made up of many dozens of people in the industry and all sides of it. And so people vote for the sessions, and that's how they're picked. And so the same thing goes for our locations. We ask for feedback after each conference, and then that feedback is tallied for which location the conference should be in. Dating back to 2005 in the West, in the United States, it's always been in Las Vegas. It wins by a landslide. It's jumped around a bit in the east side of the United States. We have been to, in addition to New York City, where it's been most of the time, it's been to Boston, Philadelphia, Orlando, Miami. But for the most part, New York is by far the winner each year. So we just decided to just crowdsource the whole thing and have speakers, have locations and things that people wanted, and so we give it to them. And I guess again that goes back to the wisdom of the crowds. We rely on our advisory board and our attendees to tell us what they want, and then we do our best to deliver that. So we really just try to satisfy our customers as much as possible. So back when we started, like I mentioned, we didn't have any experience at all running an event, so we were very clueless. It was a sort of a nerve-wracking thing. We just made it up as we went along, and we called in favors for our friends to get them to speak and to help us to just give out badges and every single detail of it. And so over time, we've really come up with a lot of processes to do things, and we've staffed up. We have 5 people now that are working for us. And so we've got the staff plus the 2 of us that handle things. Then we outsource to an army of people when we arrive in a city for security, for registrations, for room monitors, the whole thing. So we hire on for those several days a big team of people. And so it's just a lot more organized at this point. The very first one, we didn't have a payment processor. We didn't have money for anything. So we literally went to like Staples and got some stickers for name tags. and for the payment processing, I just used my personal PayPal account back then, and I manually sent out confirmation emails. It was a very stitched together, do-it-yourself kind of environment. We just over the years just learned how to do it better. And so it's hard to say really where it's going to go, because we rely on what the people want. We're constantly adding and removing, changing things based on the feedback we get. So we're going to go in whatever direction the attendees, the advisory board ask us to go in. So it's more than 35 years now combined for Missy and I, but almost 20 years for me alone. And so when I got started, it was back in '97, and I was newly married, had just gotten a house, and I was working in magazine publishing and not really making enough money, and had the house payments, the car payments, still paying off student loans. And so it was a struggle. I needed to find another source of income. And I just came across the Amazon affiliate program. I don't recall where I would have seen that at first. And I decided I wanted to create a website and see what I could do there. So I took a tutorial on how to write HTML on America Online, AOL, and just taught myself how to create sites and just started there. My very first site was, it was hosted, so it was like a subdomain on AOL. And it was just a sort of a site for things to do in New York City. And so back then it was a very primitive experience to be an affiliate. Amazon was the one company I was promoting, and they didn't have online reporting then, or real-time reporting, anything resembling it. You got an email once every quarter with all of the clicks and sales and everything you had. So I went an entire quarter without selling anything because I was working blindly. And then I went another quarter without making any money. Then finally I started selling some things and figuring things out, and just did a lot of testing, and I just made progress from there. But it was a long grind at first. I didn't make money for a long time, and a lot of people, they might see they get the impression it's like a get rich quick kind of thing, and it's not by far. It's get rich slow or get rich never. Years ago I created a site, extramoneyanswer.com, which is sort of in a book format. I guess it's about a dozen or so chapters. And it just goes through the whole process of how to create a content site, and it gives the warning that this is a place that it's the answer to get extra money. It's something to supplement your income, but the majority of people were never going to survive strictly on their affiliate income. I would go into a vertical that interested me. So I always recommend to people not to go for whatever the biggest, hottest thing is, but to go with what you think is interesting. Because I made the mistake many times of trying to chase trends, and then I would end up doing a lot of work and abandoning the project after a couple months. I was just bored of it because I didn't like the topic. I can't go out there and talk about fishing or sewing or something, things that I don't care about. So I create content on things that I'm passionate about, and I would suggest people doing the same. That's a great way to stay engaged with it. And also you have a voice of authority, you know what you're talking about. So go with something that you really care about, and it might not be the biggest niche, but just figure out some unique way to approach it, and you can be the unique person that's talking about whatever that thing is. So it's changed tremendously since I've been involved with it. It's just gotten a lot more formalized, a lot more easier. Back when we were just writing in HTML, and it was just not very scalable to create sites. But now WordPress has really made it so easy and so approachable for anybody to really break in there and give it a try. And it's relatively cheap too. You can just get a hosting plan for little as $5-something a month maybe, and a domain for $10, and that's all you really need to get started with it. So it's a modest investment, and it's really more your time and your creativity that will take you somewhere. As far as predictions, I've found when I look back at articles where I've made predictions in the past that I'm no good at it, so I'm going to skip making any kind of predictions. So I'd say that an affiliate marketer is a very broad term. It's really a digital marketer. It's somebody who's using any kind of different methods to market online. So whether it be SEO, social media, email, paid search, there's so many different ways. So some affiliate marketers use all these different skill sets. Some of them are focused just on paid search or something. So there's not really one kind of affiliate that's out there. For myself, I've always been into content creation, and so it's sort of SEO. It's not deliberate SEO. I write what I think is quality content that's unique, and it just naturally has the keywords that make sense because I'm writing about whatever that topic is. So it's I think the skill set is really, the essential thing is patience. You have to have patience. You have to work in isolation for a while before you see success. So you have to just go out there and do it and just believe in your project and stick with it until you can make it happen. And so I'd say just don't even get started with it if you think you're going to get rich quick. It's just not a reality. So go into it if you are looking with a long-term goal that you, I don't know, if you want to hit $50 a month or $500 a month, and work towards that. Have patience and plan to stick it out. Don't think you're going to make fortunes in a short period of time, because it's just not going to happen. And so, like I was sort of mentioning, social can be essential for some people. They might rely on sharing through Facebook and Twitter and things. Other people may just not find a use for it, especially if they're doing something like paid search. So it really depends on what type of affiliate you're going to be and whether you're really relying on people to share you. To me, social is important. Other people, it's not. And so I'd say at the end of the day, the best content wins. So native advertising isn't really a new or a different thing. It's just a different way to describe it. Forever, I've focused mostly on text links in my content versus banner ads, because banner ads don't sell. And so if I'm writing about domains and I link the word domain to GoDaddy, and some people might call that native advertising. It's been affiliate marketing for me for 20 years, so people just try to call things a different thing every couple of years, but to me, it's all affiliate marketing. So Affiliate Tip is a blog that I've been running since I guess 2004 or so, and so I made this crazy challenge to myself a long time ago that I was going to blog every single day of the week, every day of the year, and I did it for many years. And so what had happened was that it had a nice frequency. It was getting indexed well on Google, but the content was really watered down. I was really scraping for things to write about. So now I just post to there once or twice a week, so maybe a maximum of 5 hours a week. It's one of my posts is always I do a podcast called This Is Affiliate Marketing at thisisaffiliatemarketing.com, and I'll also post it to my blog. So that's one post, and another post I'll just add in there each week. So it's pretty limited now. My focus is really on growing, maintaining Affiliate Summit, and that's everything else is sort of supplemental to that. My blog these days is really an extension of Affiliate Summit. I have some Affiliate Summit content on there, and but one of the big goals for Affiliate Summit is to provide free education for current or future affiliate marketers. And so two ways we do that. We have our magazine feedfront.com. Anybody who's in the United States can get a magazine subscription for free. It comes out 4 times a year, and it's all quality content, all original from people in the industry. And then also for our videos, for our sessions, we've been recording all of our sessions dating back to 2006, and we make those available for free on YouTube after about a year after they come out, because first they're only available to the paying attendees. But so we have several hundred hours of content that are available for people that want to learn more about affiliate marketing but don't have the means to get to Affiliate Summit. So we really do have it as a goal of ours to focus on education for people. And I guess there's been innovation in the industry from the time it started, so I'd say it's never stopped. There are things that are always changing. I can't really gauge the amount of innovation from year to year because I don't have access to what people are investing in. Maybe I don't see all the different features that roll out, but really the networks seem to evolve constantly, and that's a great thing to see. So we'll be in Las Vegas, Nevada, January 15th through 17th, and so it's 3 days. It's a Sunday through a Tuesday. Sorry. Tickets start at $249, and we have 2 different ticket types. That's the networking pass that gives you access to the exhibit hall, the meat market, the rev share roundup, the keynotes, and then we also have a VIP pass that's geared more towards if you're looking to attend the sessions and have networking meals and things. So, go to affiliatesummit.com for details on all of that. Mobile's been a huge growth area at Affiliate Summit for many years, so it's wonderful to see you there. And I love seeing just so many more mobile companies are doubling down from year to year. And along with that, if you look at our agenda currently and past agendas, the attendees like it too, because we're getting more and more of our content is focused on mobile, so that's a great thing to see. And so that's something else where we also have a vote for which blogs should be considered the best blogs. So I'd say just unique content, unique quality content is the key, and so it boils down to that. So hopefully y'all found this useful, and have an awesome day. Thank you.